Oh my god, what's a heavy snowfall here. सुभान तेरी कुदरत।
Jobs with the Park closure of its plant at Anstey near Coventry. Military aircraft are repaired at the site and unions are blaming defence cuts for the decision. Greater Manchester Police say contaminated ecstasy tablets may have caused the deaths of 2 young men from Wigan. Detectives say a 19-year-old who died at Oldham Hospital on Sunday and a 28-year-old who died in Wigan Infirmary yesterday were both apparently fit before being taken ill. Officers are looking into where the men had been socialising and if they were together when they took the pills. A vaccine against meningitis B, one of the most common and dangerous forms of the illness, has been licensed for use in Europe. Experts say the jab is like
a reliable way of assessing whether you're overweight, particularly if you're tall or short. Do we understand it anyway? If I said to you BMI, what does that, you know what it stands for?
Airline.
What about body mass index? Does that ring any bells? Well, no, that's another type of BMI. If I showed you that chart then, and I'm sure you've probably seen something like it, do you know where you sit on that chart? Do you know what your BMI is?
No, I've no idea.
Do you know how to work it out?
No.
If I said to you it was your weight in kilograms divided by the square of your height in meters, would you be any the wiser? More BMI confusion later. But first, asthma. A new research from Imperial College London that suggests the ban on smoking in public places has led to a sharp fall in the number of children admitted to hospital with asthma. Up until the introduction of the ban in July 2007, admissions had been rising, but there were nearly 7,000 fewer children admitted in the 3 years after it came into force. Inside Health's Margaret McCartney has been looking at the study in more detail. Margaret, the first thing to strike me was that while you might expect to see a benefit in people who are exposed to smoke in public places, I think pub goers, bar staff, restaurant goers, etc., it's harder to explain an improvement in children.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not really what you might expect at first glance. And what I think is quite interesting is that this study has just looked to see what's happening, but it hasn't really explained it. So it's offering us the statistics, it's telling us what's happening to come in to ban smoking in workplaces and public places, but it hasn't really told us what the mechanism is. But there's lots of different reasons that people are kind of postulating why that might be. For example, children might see that their parents are no longer smoking inside the house, they're smoking outside the house because they've recognised that actually smoking around children is not good, and that's why it's been banned in law in public places. Of course, children in public places are not going to be exposed to smoke in the same way, and there has been a general trend for less people to take up smoking as well, and I wonder whether that is in part due to the laws which are making it explicitly clear that smoking is bad for your health.
Because smokers are very much marginalised now, and children must latch onto that when they see their parents or other adults standing outside smoking on their own in the rain.
Yeah, and I think that's one sort of very telling way, I think, to tell your children that, you know, don't necessarily do as I do. Really, you're kind of making the point to your children that, you know, you value them so much that you would rather go outside into the rain and smoke alone than do this in the house. And I think that does give children this sort of idea that maybe taking up smoking isn't the best thing for their health either.
Of course, Margaret, there is another explanation, and the fact that there's no link and that the fall in admissions is a coincidence.
Absolutely. I mean, these studies are done looking at trends over time and trying to relate that to when the ban was introduced. What's interesting is, though, that in Scotland the ban happened slightly earlier in March 2006, and there was an effect noticed after that as well. There's also been studies done in America which have had laws of a similar nature, and again they've found similar kind of trends. So there's a kind of additive way that you can look at the evidence and say that this is all pointing towards the same thing. But you're absolutely right. I don't think we can be absolutely sure.
But assuming these figures are correct and that there is an association, 7,000 fewer admissions in England alone, I mean, you can't really argue with that, can you? It's a feather in the cap for the people who introduced the legislation. This is just what they were trying to achieve.
I know, and I have to say that I have changed my mind on this. At the very beginning, when the law was mooted, I was thinking, well, where's the evidence for this? Where's the evidence that's going to help? And one of the things
heavy snowfall. What a heavy snowfall here. Oh my God. How difficult it is to drive in this bad weather. Nobody knows. I just want to show how of the society living in Pakistan and other Asian countries, and how difficult it is to survive in these conditions. They must know that nobody's ready to come out in these conditions, and nobody is forcing me to do the work, but I have to do a work because I have not too much resources to cater the needs of my family and as well as my fees. It's not easy to live here. It's not easy to take the food, to buy the food, to pay the house bills, house rent, and everything. You have to buy it at expensive rates. That's why the purpose of making this video is not just a joy. I wish to know, I wish to show you as well that you must be aware that how difficult is the life in the foreign countries. I am a Pakistani, as others. I am a 40 years old guy having much resources, much better jobs than others. I'm right now on job. Don't think that I'm just enjoying. This is my job, to drive in the snow, bad weather, to deliver some things, some stuff bought by the customers at the home doorstep. Oh my God, oh my God. It's I have to do. I cannot think, even in this bad weather, to be at home and to just enjoy and watch a TV. I have to do. If I think the same thing in my own country, which Pakistan, in Pakistan, we become a state. We say that, oh, it's outside raining, I will not go to office. I will not do something because outside is raining. But please think twice before coming to the foreign countries. It's already congested and not much jobs are available. UK is also in the recession. A lot of factories are pulling out their employees. So think twice or thrice before coming. Conditions are not good. I think you may be enjoying these conditions, this video, just because of that it's a heavy snowfall in the area, and in both sides of the roads it's around about 3 feet of the snow. Oh my God, oh my God. Anyway, what's happening, let me enjoy.
Pre-intensive exposure for shortage.
Dr. Mathieu Bonior. So how can tanning salons claim there is no link between sunbed use and cancer? Gary Lippman is chair of the Sunbed Association and argues that studies have been skewed by the inclusion of devices, such as those used in other countries or at home or even in hospitals to treat skin conditions, that don't conform to the standards that apply to the latest machines used by professional tanning salons in the UK. And he points to the lead study as proof that there is no link between professional sunbed use and melanoma.
This is a perfect example of where other living devices are extracted and sunbeds or professional sunbeds.
A day will come when I will be back to my country. Definitely, I am hopeful that a day will come that when I will be back to my country, the Pakistan. I'm from Lahore. I will do some work there. Will do some business there, but will never ever come back to the UK. Oh my God! Oh my God! People think me crazy that I'm going to leave the UK permanently, but I think it's not good for me. It's my fate to be back at home, stay with my family, spend my life there. Oh my God, the car is sleeping. Let me. Oh my God, oh my God.